Welcome back, my financial freedom fighters. It's your favorite family member, Money Mail Jr. And today, what we're going to talk about is the statement date and the due date. Which one comes first? Why we're talking about that today is because I see in some of my videos and other YouTubers' videos, people are still uncertain about this question. Even after I posted my video about when to pay your credit card bill. You can check that out right here. Now, these numbers I have back here, I'm no artist, no artiste or anything. So this gonna represent a month. So we have the first day and then the 30th, and this is the beginning of the month after. Now, listen. So we're gonna use my own due date and statement date on my credit card. All right, so what happened was I applied for my credit card and I got accepted. Let's say this first week right here. I forgot which exact day it was, but let's just say this first week I got accepted. Once I got accepted, they told me what my credit limit was and everything. What they did was told me which day of the month that my bill would be due. They told me the 28th of the month is my due date for my bill. Now, they said I have to have my bill in by the 28th in order to 100% sure, make sure that it's there by the end of the statement date. So what you all want to know is your due date comes before your statement date. A lot of people get this mixed up because once that next month come and a statement date is like here on the 3rd, they saying, oh, well, my due date is the 28th. So my due date comes after my statement date. No, your due date comes before your statement date. So this is the month that I got accepted in, and they told me my due date. So I had to have my bill money in by this day so that it could 100% sure be there by this day. Because when you're paying your bill, especially your credit card bill, they tell you, well, some of them do, some of them don't, but they tell you that they only process it during business days. So if your bill is due that Monday and you pay it on that Saturday, that's not a business day. So it's not going to get processed in time for that Monday. So you're going to be late on that bill. So some credit institutions may had changed their policies on special days or whatnot as far as Saturday, but you could check with yours to make sure. But that's the common practice. Business days only. So when you look at this right here, you're saying, okay, my due date is the 28th of the month. My statement date is the 3rd of the month. So I need to make sure my bills are put in on by the 28th. So it can be there by the 3rd. But in all actuality, your money needs to be processed by the 3rd, the close of your statement date. So whatever you pay during your due date, let's say if your bill is, let's say your credit limit is $500 and your bill is $100 right here. Your balance is $100 that you need to pay. Let's say for some odd reason, you went balling out, at the club and you bought a couple of bottles, or you went to Red Lobster or Long John Silver and bought some food or something, and you only had $50 to put on there. So what's going to happen, you're going to put that $50 on there. It's going to process by your statement date, and then whatever is left over, your statement is going to reflect what you did here. So if you only put 50 on it there, your statement will show a balance of $50. Meaning, so you only use $50 of your 500 credit limit. Many people are still getting this mixed up with what comes first, your due date or your statement date. Your due date comes before your statement date. Now, when you want to talk to certain people about certain things, you go to people who specialize in that. I'm going to give you an analogy like the doctor. Every one of us have our primary care doctor. Your primary care doctor can tell you a lot of things that's wrong with you, whether it be something your foot, your back, your head, your eyes, your stomach. Your primary care doctor can give you a well-rounded synopsis of what's wrong with you. But when it's beyond their scope or it's something that's specifically wrong with you, your doctor sends you to a specialist. And I say that because when it comes to investing, I'm well-rounded. When it comes to other things, I'm well-rounded. When it comes to the credit score, I am a credit score specialist. The #1 credit score specialist. And when you want to know about your credit score, my channel is the one that you come to. I know people will say, well, where did you get this at in the book? Or where did you read this? Or what do you have to back up this? I am the authority on the credit score. I don't go to anyone else and check up on them and see what they said about it. I've done years of research for this, and I have experience through my own personal credit score. My credit score used to be in the 300s before I put it into the 800s. I'm telling you, so when you say your comments and you drop them under there, the statement date comes before the balance date. I'm telling you, your due date comes before your statement date. If you would like any more authority on that, pick up the phone, call your credit card provider. Ask them, hey, credit card provider, when is my due date? It don't matter if you know it or not. Just ask them, when is my due date on my credit card? They're going to say, hey, your due date is on this day. Okay. When is my statement date on my credit card? Well, your statement date is on this day. Okay. Does my statement date come after my due date? They're going to inform you. Yes, your statement date comes after your due date. And this does not just have to be with your credit card. It can be with any credit provider to you. So pick up the phone, double check on me, ask them, and then come back to the comments and let me know what they inform you of. All right. Y'all have a great day, family.